There we go. Much better. I know one of the things that one of the MMOs I think I discussed with Susan and Quentin recently that I would like us all to play. The Lord of the Rings Online. It seems so cozy. There's a hold on, I gotta look it up. I think it's called birding. Yeah, it's birding. Let's yeah, so birding is a thing in Lord of the Rings Online. A guide to birding. How to start bird. It's a bird watching. You go bird watching. And it's fairly new. Yeah, it was last July that they just added this. And apparently, you'll just be able to look for birds. And I guess you could sit there and do like bird calls. Aww. Yeah, like... Like, I guess each zone, like, yeah, there's 214 birds at this, like, that was back in July. I don't know how many birds they got now. One of the birds is a pink-foot goose. Aw. Bummer. Birding and fishing are both hobby. I would love to see what fishing is about. If they got bird watching, what is fishing in this game? All right, well, fishing. $20.25. Oh, this is the wiki. Was there no fishing write-up? Oh, there's a guide to fishing. Hold on, hold on. We'll watch this video by Aubrey, the weird one, who I believe is a LOTRO content creator.
Is actually quite simple, but it's so underrated for a hobby within Middle-earth that I think everyone's sleeping on it. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can get started with fishing in LOTRO, some of the cool deeds and perks that you can get while fishing, and how to get started right now today. To get started fishing, we're going to want to find a hobby master.
This is the most important thing in LOTRO right now, is fishing.
Right around the corner here. I'm actually going to show a whole list right now on the screen of all the hobby masters within Middle-earth. You can can mostly find them in starter areas, but there are a few scattered in higher level regions as well. As you can see here, we have a hobby master and a fishing supplier. First person you're going to want to click on will be the hobby master, and then
Brago Puttyfoot
quest or such to start training in fishing. And just like that,
Quentin need to start playing this game. I want to meet Brago Puttyfoot
into the sparkling waters. I also want to note that you do have to be a minimum level 5, so essentially you just have to get through the tutorial phase. So then you'll want to hit train, and just like that, it says that we picked up a hobby. We are learning the art of fishing. Now that we talked to the hobby master, we're going to hit C on your keyboard, or if you can't find your character panel, there is a little icon by default that should be right over here.
What's the Gandalf button do?
Panel, and then
character
panel will be right next door to it.
She answered it for me.
We're gonna want to hit the hobby
My first
panel.
question's like, what's the Gandalf button do?
See that there is a fishing panel, but what's super important.
What's the Gandalf button do? So that's your virtue, but oh, okay, thank you, Aubrey. What's my Gandalf button do? Oh, that's fantastic.
Here is that you can actually drag the fishing skill over into your quick slots. So let me make sure that my quick slots are actually unlocked, and then you can literally just pop it in. Whoop, there we go. Look at that. We have a fishing skill now available. Now that we have the fishing skill in our quick slot and it's ready to go, the only thing we're missing is a fishing pole. That's sort of like the main thing we kind of need. If you actually open your inventory by hitting I on the keyboard, you will actually see that you got 2 things when you started your new hobby. First, you get the basics of fishing. If you click that, it's going to give you like a whole intro, but guess what? You don't have to read through that because I'm here. But it'll tell you overall just how you can fish and a little bit more about what you could fish around, like lakes, ponds, streams, all of that. And then it'll also just tell you a little bit more about the equipment you need, like the fishing rod. That's more or less all you need. And make sure that you always equip it. So we also had a brand new fishing rod that is available right in my inventory right now. Just go ahead and equip that bad boy in. Just double checking, but we do have the fishing rod slotted in. It should take over.
Oh, it's like just a stick.
So you are a little vulnerable to an attack. However, you should be fishing in places that are relatively clear of any mob. Now that we have the fishing rod attached and equipped, we're going to start fishing. So what's nice about this hobby master and why I chose to click on this hobby master over here is because we are right near a good old pond for fishing. Look at our little hobbit. She's already go out fishing. She's looking so good. And this is probably the most complicated part of the entire process is clicking on the skill and ability and beginning to fish. Now, one thing I want to note is that you're going to really want to pay attention to your line over here. If this goes under, there's probably a catch. And when you start kind of like pulling or nagging, that's when you know something is on your line and you're going to want to pull it in. So hopefully we'll catch something here soon. There you go. That's kind of like your time to pull it out and make sure that you get the catch. If you wait too long, like I just did, you're not going to find anything. Your character's going to shrug, pout, boom. So pretty much you have to be super quick with it. As soon as you see it start tugging, immediately grab it. It's going to be so important. So let's now try to catch something. There we go. Oh,
I see that. I see the fish.
Just like that. That's how you know you got something. You're actually going to see a fish at the end of
That's
your
crazy.
line. And then now if we actually go into our
they also do. Oh, they do pocket fish here.
You're going to see what you caught. So
the originator of the pocket fish, LOTRO.
Guess what? I don't know what the heck I can use this for other than cooking. So some fish are actually pretty rare that you can get like trophies for them. Some fish you're going to find that they're just useful for ingredients, which can be super helpful for any cooks or like crafters essentially. But overall, if you don't really care about crafting, this is more or less just a hobby for you and maybe a good way to make a couple of coins. This isn't the most profitable thing to be making coin in LOTRO, but it works. And then if we go back into the hobby panel, you can actually see that there's actually like a proficiency bar or like a leveling bar that we have. So the more fish that you collect or the more that you fish, you are essentially just going to start rapidly leveling up your bar. Just keep fishing, just keep fishing. We already caught something else. We caught a barbell, okay? Something different at least. Just like that, we're at 3 out of 200. So I'm gonna assume there's about 200 different types of fishes. And there are some extremely rare ones that take so many hours and days and just more or less a lot of patience in order to catch. Another thing I want to mention is that there's actually different types of fishing rods that you can make or get.
Okay.
So you should definitely make a woodworker if you are super into this sort of hobby. You can craft different sorts of rods and they more or less should be able to potentially give you better catches. It's cool too because you can actually just faintly see like the fish animations that appear in the water. It's super faint, but it's a little noticeable. Like here, I can definitely see the fish now. And sometimes it might just take a while to catch something. Sometimes it's like instantly as soon as you cast your line, but it may take a second.
Okay.
I think it's so funny because the animation's always the same for the same type of fish. But
yeah, just throw your fish in your pocket.
Inventory. Oh, and look
Where
at
do you keep your fish?
Always gather weeds. It's definitely possible to just get junk. So as you can see, I just had a little hint kind of pop up for me, and it says something about hobbies daily maximum. So every hobby has a maximum daily proficiency, and you've reached that maximum in one of your hobbies. So that means that in fishing, I believe that we only cast our line about like 10 times. You're only allowed to get like 10 different experience points in fishing per day. And you look under the hobby section, there's going to be this yellow bar now. Before it was blue.
I can only fish, so I can't.
Because you could barely see it.
Okay, so you can't.
Yellow, and we've hit 11 out of 200. So yeah, we hit our 10 experience points that you can do per day, and then it actually resets at the 3 a.m. time slot of the server time, so 3 a.m. Eastern. So that's something to keep in mind. You can't go ahead and max out fishing like day of that you start picking it up. It is definitely like a gradual hobby that you're gonna build up. One thing that did happen though while we were fishing is that I actually got a title awarded to me. So we have Apprentice Angler. Now, actually under the deed log, there is a hobby section, and when you fish more, there's actually some rare fish that you can gather and collect. Kind of keep that in mind that there are deeds that will be available to you, but it's more for like rarer fish types and kind of collecting them all. But unfortunately, because we're just kind of starting, it wasn't going to be a huge probability that we got like the super rare fish. I didn't expect it. But just keep an eye that there is a hobbies and fishing panel that is available in the deed log. So you can kind of track like some more rewards from that. Just a hint on why people choose to fish. You can actually get some pretty cool mounted trophies from fishing if they're really neat catches. There are deeds associated with it, and there's even quests associated with fishing as well. There's actually one in Bywater that I could go pick up right now. But there are a few within Middle Earth. Not only are they really good for like deeds or just overall getting some more experience, it is nice to have the fishing hobby unlocked at the bare minimum, especially around Farmers Fair, because that's where you'll see a lot of fishing, like really rare catches seem to pop up. It's really cool. And then like there's also a fish out there, like there's a 50-pound salmon you can find. I don't know how the heck you're gonna like haul that thing up, and fishing's actually really good for cooks. So if you do have a good amount of fish that you found or gathered, I would definitely say put some of those up in the auction hall, the ones that are actually available for cooks to use. So neat for cooks, neat for deeds, just a little hobby to get involved with, but it's also a very patient hobby to get involved with. One last quick tip I have for you is do not forget to re-equip your main weapon instead of your fishing rod. All
right, that's easy peasy. How old is this video? That's a year ago? I don't think the graphics look that bad. All right, I think LOTRO got a slight graphical update. Not like it's getting crazy. Hey there, okay, LOTRO graphics update. Not that one. Not that. Yeah. Whoa. Let's lower that down. That coming in hot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Like current Lord of the Rings Online day, whatever it is. It's popping for sure. Lighting's better. They've added more textures. There's now rocks where there weren't rocks. There's a bear. There's 2 bears. The bears are now gone. They've been replaced with birds. The bears have left. Oh, there's snow. There's snow here. There's still snow. Mount looks good though. See, there's a little wolf. And just like that, the water is gone. Oh, the whole building here. And another wolf. And a babbit? What is that? Oh. Dilapidation. Okay. It's a pass. Still a pass, just snowier. Yep. Gorgeous. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's very colorful. It looks like this world is very... got the colors. Little dwarf guy running. Anybody see that guy? Horse. Elk. Skyboxes look good. Water looks... I know some of the water we've seen so far looks amazing. Fascinating. They got a poppin' soundtrack too. There's a... oh, that was a good video. I can't. Anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. See if the tower works. It's hey, oh, tower, come on, man. Something. It's always something, huh? Tower. Always something. But thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Appreciate all your time and just coming in for this test stream and kind of watching and listening. And I didn't get a whole lot of like, hey, you don't sound too off, or the visuals are butts. So it seems like everything worked. I'm sure there's some tweaks that, you know, be looking at the VOD and stuff like that just to see anything visually. So thank you so much for spending time with me, spending part of your weekend with me here. I truly appreciate it. I don't know when we'll be back. I'm not saying this is, you know, I'm not saying that like once this goes off, we're gonna be quiet for another year. I'm not gonna say that, but this was fun. I had a blast.